guys, this is Judith from JLene's Creativity. Today I'll be showing you how to make a beaded flower vase, a round beaded flower vase, and this is what I'll be showing you how to make today. In our next tutorial, in the next class, I'll show you how to make this particular one. This one is totally different from this tray, because this tray I made them using the same pattern, but this you can't get it with this, with the pattern I use for this tray. Okay, for new members just joining us, you're welcome to my channel. You can subscribe to have more updates and to go through the videos I have to see what might interest you there. And for this flower vase, I'll be using a bead. It's a plastic bead usually used to make beaded bags and slippers, belt, and so on. But I'll be using it to make a mini flower vase for today. If you want to get the normal size as the normal beaded flower vase, you can use this bead. You go to your local shop and ask them for a round beaded flower vase bead. This is the bigger one. If you want to use the smaller size, you can use it. Unfortunately, I usually do not know, can't even tell the size of this bead. But I just go to the market and tell them I need a round flower vase bead. They ask you big or small, you can indicate. Then for this project, I'll be using 0.50 mm fishing line. I have my cutter and I bent nose plier. I usually have this one around in case I need to pull anything. Then if you are using this flower vase, this size of bead, is the original flower vase bead, you use 0.80 mm fishing line. For the smaller size, you can replace it with 0.70 mm. So for today's project, I'm going to show you how to make this beaded flower vase, and I'll briefly explain how you can get this particular one without a stand. And this one is still the same thing with this. I just added this flat stand here to make it different from this. So first of all, you're going to cut your fishing line, which I already have here. You cut a long fishing line, not so long, but what you can, long enough for you to be able to control it. If it's too long, you end up the fishing line will end up tying itself. So first of all, I'm going to start by stringing 6 white beads. I'm going to use the white beads to create this part so you can see what I'm doing. First of all, I'll pick up 6 beads. And across with the last one. Pull down to the center. Next, I'm going to go around creating a circle of 5. So I have one here. I'm going to pick up 4 beads and cross with the last one, or 3, and you cross with the 4th one. Okay, I have 3 here. cross with this one. Pull again. This is what you should have. Go into one bead on your left. You can move to your right. It depends on what is comfortable for you. I prefer to move mine to my left. And move. Okay. So now I have two beads here. I'm going to pick up two red beads on my left, on my right, sorry, and cross with the third one. Going to the next bead. Then you pull. Pick up two again and cross with one bead. Excuse me. Then you cross like this. Keep doing that. You go around till you get to this split. I'll be back to show you what to do next. Alright, now I have this. So I'm going to pass my fishing line into this and I'll step up into this red bead. I'm going to this bead, and this one. So pick up across with this one. You can tie a knot if you want to. Okay. So next I'm going to make a right angle weave on each of the bead. Turn it this way. You see you have a small curve shape. Now pick up 2 beads on my right fishing line, then cross with 1 bead. Cross both fishing lines with 1 bead. Going to this next bead, 1 bead on my left, now I have 2 beads sitting down already, 1 2, so I'm going to pick up 1 bead and cross with 1. Okay, we have this. Going to the next bead, 2 on your left, cross with 1 bead. Now you keep doing that till you get to this bead here. Keep going around, repeating the same pattern till you get to this spot, and I'll be back to show you what to do. Now I've gotten to this last bead, so I'm going to pass my fishing line into this, and I'll step up by going into this bead. I almost forgot to explain this to you. If you want to make this flower vase, all you need to do after creating this spot, you just turn it up. Yeah, you just turn it this way, and it's going to look like this. Let me try and turn it. Forget, I'm really trying to explain something to you. This is how it should be. Not the other way. So you make it this way, it's going to sound like this, and you continue to build the rest. But since I'm making this one, I'm going to take it back to the former position and continue with my work. So I pass my bead into this and step up into this. So now I'm going to string one bead on my right. Then knot those fishing lines together. Just tie a knot. Tie another one. So I'm going to walk my fishing line back up to this place and build the same right angle weave. Some persons will use a shorter fishing line to create this part. So when they finish knotting, they go around the bead to make it firm. Then cut off the excess. Then cut another fishing line and start the next step and create the whole of the body. And you can try it too. I think this is strong enough for me. Going to this bead. Now I have this. I'm going to cross both fishing lines into this bead. Pull. Then move the left one into the same bead. And pull. Now you have this. So I'm going to pick up two beads on my left, cross both fishing lines with one bead. Is what you should have. I'm going to the next bead. And pull. Now you have this. One, two. So you're going to pick up one bead, cross both fishing lines with this bead. Cross the fishing line on this bead. Let's go into the next bead on your left. Pick up one bead and cross both with this bead. So you keep doing that. Go into the next bead, pick up one on your right, you cross with one bead. Keep doing that until you get to this one. Then I'll be back to show you how to continue the rest of the body. Okay, I've gotten to this, the second to the last bead. I'm going to the last bead and I'll step up into this bead. Okay, that's the first one we created for this stage we're about to complete. Go into the bead, and you pull. Then you step up into this bead and pull again. This is what you should have. 1, 2, 3. Now you're going to string one on your right, pull down, hold both fishing lines together and tie a knot. That's what you should have. I'm going to pack going to the next bead. I'm going to pick up, I have one here, I'll pick up 3 beads on my right fishing line. Then cross both fishing lines with 1 bead. Pull down. This is what you should have. I'm making a circle of 5 beads. I'm going to the next bead on my left. So now I have 2, 1, 2. my fishing lines are passing into. So I'm going to pick up 2 on my right fishing line, just like this, cross with 1 bead. Going to the next bead, so pick up 2 beads again on my right fishing line, and cross with 1 bead. Pull down. So you keep doing that, going into every bead and creating a circle of 5. Go around till you get to this point. I'll be back to show you how to continue. Okay, I've gotten to this last point. Ignore this. I'm going to pass my fishing line, into this last bead and step up into this one. Go into this bead and should have this. So I'll pick up 1 bead on my right fishing line, then cross with 1 bead. You can always tie a knot at the end of every step. I prefer to tie it at the stand part of the bead. So now we're going to go into this bead on my left. This is what you should have. So for this level, we are going to be going into 2 beads. Go into 2 beads and create a circle of 6. Now I have 2 beads here, so I'm going to pick up 3 beads on my right fishing line, then cross with 1. Go into these 2 beads, your left fishing line. This is the right one. You go into with this bead. You go into the 2 beads with this fishing line. The one on your left. This is the first bead. Going to the next one. So when you go into the bead, you always see a V-like shape. This is the first one, and this is the second one. So it always go like this. Now you have 3 beads here. So I'm going to pick up 2 on my right fishing line. Then I'll cross with 1. Go into this bead. The first and the second one. Then pull. Pick up another 2 beads. Cross both with 1 bead. Both fishing lines with 1 bead. And pull. So you keep repeating the same thing. You go into 2 beads, pick up 2 on your right fishing line, then cross both with 1 bead. You go into the next 2 beads, repeat the same thing. Continue to do that until you get to this point. I'll be back to show you what to do next. Okay, I've gotten to this point. I'm going to these 2 beads here. Then step up into this bead. So at this point, I'll be going into 3 beads, 2 below, and stepping up into 1 bead up. The second one, and the third one, which is the one up. I'm going to pick up 1 bead on my right, then cross both fishing lines with 1 bead. This is what you should have at this point. So next we are going to repeat this step again above. So you repeat it once. So now I'm going to this bead on my left passing my left fishing line into it. This is what you should have. Remember to be like a V shape. So next I'm going to pick up 3 beads on my right, cross both with 1 bead, crossing both fishing lines on this bead. Going to the next 2 beads on your left, You are still repeating what you did here. Pick up. You have 3 beads here, 1 2 3. So you're going to pick up 2 on your left fishing line, then cross both fishing lines on this bead. That's 1 bead. So you keep doing that until you get to this point, and I'll be back to show you what to do after stepping up. So we've gotten to the last stage again. Go into the last 2 beads below, and you step up into this first bead. So now we have 4 beads sitting down here. So I'm going to pick up 1 bead on my right fishing line and across those fishing line on the second bead that I picked up. So this is what you should have. So next, I'm also going to be going into 2 beads here, but this time around I'm going to create a circle of 6, and the next is going to be a circle of 5. I'll show you what I mean by that. Now I have 2 beads here. I'm going to pick up 3 beads on my right fishing line, 3, making it 5. I'll pick up the last one and cross both fishing lines on it. Pull down. That's what you should have. So next I'm going to the 2 beads, 1 and the second one. Remember I told you when you go into the 2 beads you should have a V-like shape. It's not going to be very pronounced, but just little. One of the beads going like this, the second one going like this. So now I have 3 beads on the line. So I'm going to pick up 1 bead. The first one I created was a circle of 6. This is 3, 3. There are 6 in this circle. The next one I'm going to create will be 5. So if you create 6, you create 5, the next will be 6, the next, and so on. That's what you'll be doing. Now I have 3 beads here. I want to make it 5, so I'll pick up 1 on my right fishing line, then cross both fishing lines on this bead. So this is what I have, 6, 5. So the next I'm going to create will be 6. I'm going to the first bead, then up, not up, into the next bead, making it 2 plus this one 3. So now I'm going to create a circle of 6. So I'm picking up 2 on my right fishing line and cross both fishing lines with 1 bead. Pull down. Okay. When you start creating this, gradually you are trying to close up this wide circle. So when you keep doing that, 6 5 6, when you're done you find out that it's a bit covered. So next we are going to do is going to 2 beads and make a circle of 5. You keep doing that, you go into the next one, 6, until you get to this spot. Then I'll be back to show you what next to do. Okay, now you can see what I told you. Gradually you're closing this center. It's not as wide as it used to be. So at the time you finish up this and you start the next round, the hole will be smaller than what it is now. But when you're creating this, you can see I started with 6. I'm going to end it up with 5. But if you started with 6 and you're ending it with 6, you're wrong, and then probably there's a mistake somewhere. So you start with 6, you end up with 5. You started with 5, you're going to end up with 6. So now I'm going to go into the last bead, the last 2 beads here. Then I'll step up into this bead. Now I have 4 beads here. I just need 1, which I'm going to cross my fishing lines with. I'll be crossing my fishing line on this bead, and that brings us to the end of this level. So next, I'm gradually using up my fishing line. I'm going to, for the next stage, we'll be going into 3 beads, and we are going to create a circle of 7. So I'll pass my left fishing line into this bead and my right fishing line into the next one, and that's how you start it. Just to start, that's how you do it. Not that you want to continue, you keep doing it that way. I'm going to pass my left fishing line into 1 bead on my left, and I'll do the same thing with my right fishing line, going into 1 bead on my right. Okay, now I have the 1 2 3. So I'll need 4 beads to make it 7. I'm going to string 3 beads on my right, just like we've been doing. Then I'm crossing with 1. Okay, I told you, by the time you finish this level, you'll find out that the hole at the center is almost closing up. So we're going to go into 3 beads this time. I've gone into the first one, then I'll go into the second and the third one. You can see I've got into this V-like shape again. I'll pull. So now I have 4 beads, 1 2 3. I'm going to pick up 2 on my right fishing line, across both fishing lines on this bead. Alright. So next I'll go into the third one. I'm going to this bead. So you always be going into 3 beads. Okay, after tying the knot, you can just pass the fishing line into the bead, like that. That's just all you need to do. Pass this one into as many beads as you can, then cut off the excess. I'll be back to continue. Alright, I'm back with my first fishing line, so I'll just insert it into this bead and this one, still maintaining that V shape pattern. So that's what I have. Okay, now I'm going to make a circle of 5. So I will start, already have 2 down, and start 2 on my right fishing line. With these 2 here and these 2 here, then cross with 1. Okay, this is what I have. So I'm going to the next 2 beads on my left. The second one. So now I have 3 on the line. So I'll pick up 1 on my right and cross with 1 bead. Then pull down. Going to the next 2 beads. Just like that. You pick up 1 on your right and cross both fishing lines with 1 bead. So keep doing that till you get to this spot, then I'll be back to show you what to do. Alright, I've gotten to this point. So what I'm going to do now is pass my left fishing line into the last 2 beads below. Run into the first one, go into the second one, pull, then up into this first circle you created initially. This is what you should have. I already have 4 beads here, so I just need 1 bead to complete this level. Okay, pull down. Now the center is closed. Now you can see this is the bottom, this is the stand, this is the body, and you've closed it up. Closing it up like this, the next step you are going to start now is to create the neck. And to create the neck, you have to make a right angle weave on each of these beads that is seated on top. Now I have 48 beads here. That's for the neck. If you want to make it two step just like this, that's 24. Each neck around like this is 12. The second one 12, making it 24. If you want to make it two like this, you have 24 beads on the neck. But here I have 48 because I made it 4. 1 2 3 4 before the mouth. So now we are going to start by creating a right angle weave on each of the bead that is sitting on top here. So I'll pick up 2 beads on my right fishing line, then cross both with this bead. Now this is what I have. Going to the next bead, pick up 1 on your right fishing line, then cross both fishing line on this bead. Keep doing that. Another one. Pick up 1 on your right, cross both fishing lines with 1 bead. Keep doing that until you go around all the beads, just like that. 1 on your right, cross both with 1 bead. So you're almost done with the first neck. Okay, so I'm going to the last bead here, the last bead, and I'll step up into this fourth one here. I'm stepping up into this fourth bead. Now cross with the last one, repeat the same step again by making another right angle weave on all these beads that is sitting here. You can make yours 2. Here I have 3, and I will be back after creating 2 more right angle weave on this, on top of all these beads. Okay, I'm through with the neck. You can see how it is. So now I'm going to create the mouth. On each of this bead sitting on top here, I'm going to make a circle of 5. You can see what I'm talking about. This is the mouth. Each circle here are made up of 5 beads. So now I have one here. I'm going to pick up 3 beads on my right fishing line. And I'm going to cross with 1 bead. So next, I'm going to the next, I'm going to 1 bead on my left. I have 2 beads here. So I'm going to pick up 2 beads, then cross with 1 bead. Okay, you go into the next bead, repeat the same thing. Go into here, repeat the same thing. Let me repeat it one more time for you to see what I'm doing. So now that we have 2 beads here, 1, 2, I'm going to pick up 2 beads on my right fishing line. Pick it. It depends on which side you are comfortable with. Like walking this way, you can as well move. You can walk with your left fishing line by passing your own right fishing line to the next bead. For me, I prefer to pick up with my right fishing line. I have 2 already here. I'm going to cross both fishing lines with 1 bead. This is what gradually the mouth is forming. So I'll repeat the same thing here, and when I get to this spot, pass my fishing line here and step up into this bead. I'll be back to show you how to finish up. Okay, I've gotten to the last one. I passed my fishing line into this and stepped up into this one. So what I'm going to do now is pick up 1 on my right fishing line. This time around, not 2, because I have 3 already. 1, 2, 3. So this will make it the 4th one, and the one I'm going to cross with the 5th one. So now that you have this, you're going to pack your doesn't matter which of the fishing line you use, either your left or your right. I'm going to pack using my left fishing line too. I'm going to pack into all the beads up. You can see, going to the next one, just like that, all of them up. That's what you'll be doing. Keep passing, and just take. Remember, I used my left fishing line to pass. So this time around, I'll just move this one that I've not packed at all. Why I did this is to move it away from where I crossed both fishing line. So I have this. I will just go ahead and tie a knot here. Okay. This is what I have. So you pass your fishing line downward, go into the next bead away from where you tied your knot. Keep going around. You can use both fishing lines to go around the neck to make it stronger. And I'll do mine now. When I come back, you see what it looks like. Alright, this is what I have now. Congratulations, you've created your first flower vase. As a mini flower vase, though, you can always replace it with the original bead for the flower vase. It's still the same pattern for this bead. If you want to add a flat stand just like this, just turn it this way. On each bead you make a circle of 5. That each circle here contains 5 beads. That's just the only different thing here, but it's still the same pattern to create it. And this one, don't need to put additional leg, that this leg here is missing. That's all. Alright, and thank you for watching. I do hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, you can thumb up this video and share for your friends to see. And then I usually publish a new video every Saturday, so you can check back for another interesting video. For the round flower vase, I'm going to publish it on Saturday, though if there's need, I will put it up before that Saturday. So if you have any question, you have any comment to make, anything, you can drop your comment and I'll reply. Alright. Okay. Bye.